Friends, welcome to Biology Made Easy. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the different control measures of air pollution. In earlier videos, we have discussed what are the different causes of air pollution and what are the harmful effects. Usually, when the different from automobile exhaust or industries, the harmful gases are released, it controls a global problem because no country can bound them within its territory. That is why all the countries in the international level should take certain measures to control it. So now let us discuss here how it can be controlled. We'll discuss in different steps because the different exhausts, industrial exhausts and the gases released from the automobiles, there may be particulate matter, there may be gases. So how all these things can be controlled, we'll give some idea in this video. So first we'll discuss about the different, that is particulate matter. Usually the particulate matter, it includes aerosols, dust, mist, the pores, spores, pollen grains and even smoke. So usually when the size of this particulate matter is less than 2.5 millimicron, it is very, very dangerous and causes a lot of harm to human beings even. So how it can be controlled? So for this particulate matter, there are usually two methods. One is the electrostatic precipitator and the other is scrubber. So in case of electrostatic precipitator, usually one electric field is taken where different the electrodes are attached. Different electrodes are attached and they are given with a high volt of energy. So when the high volt of energy is provided, usually they produce a corona of negative charges. Usually they produce a corona of negative charges and the dust particles which usually the through this the polluted air, when the polluted air pass through it, the different particulate matters they are present. These are the different particulate matters, or can tell dust. This is the dust particles and these are the corona of electric charges. So when usually they pass through this, what happens? When through this, these are known as the connection plate grounded, and this is known as corona, and this is that is negatively charged air, and this side the pure air will pass on. That means when the polluted air is passed through electrode provided with the high volt of energy, they create the corona of negative charges, so that the dust particles or the particulate matter that are present in the polluted air, they are attached with these negative charges. When they pass through this positive charged grounded plate, then they are connected with that, and only the pure air passes through it. This is at present, this is one of the best method of catching the particulate matter, and usually by this method 99% of the particulate matter are retained and the pure air passes. So this is one of the best methods, that is known as electrostatic precipitator. So this is one of the best methods of purifying the particulate matter. Now the second method is use of scrubbers. So usually a scrubber we can draw like this. And here there is one outlet for dirty air or polluted air, and here there is water or lime. Here water or lime is there, and this side you will get pure air. Now when the dirty air will pass through this water or lime, then all the particulate matters, then they will be written there, and ultimately they will be settled at these places, particulate matter, while the pure air will pass out. So this is also one of the methods of cleaning the dirty air into pure air. So these are the two methods. This is the electrostatic precipitator, which is one of the best methods, and this is the scrubber. In these two methods, the particulate matters are usually retained. Now let us discuss the second one. The second one is for gaseous emission. Gaseous emission. So usually from the industries, along with this particulate matter, different gases are also released. So how that gases can be purified, the polluted gases? So there are usually three methods. One is we can take absorption, the second is adsorption, the third is combustion. So one method is that is absorption. So in this method, the polluted air is passed through water. So when it is passed through water, usually the water now becomes polluted, but the air is cleaned. So in one way the air is cleaned, but the water becomes polluted. That is why that this is not one of the very good methods, but it is one of the methods by which the air can be purified. Then the second method is usually adsorption. So in adsorption, usually we will pass through the polluted gases through different metals or different substances which will adsorb the polluted substances. For example, now let us take one example of that of the hydrogen fluoride and sulfur dioxide. So these two can be adsorbed. Can I adsorb by limestone? And that means the limestone can adsorb these two, so that will not be released to the atmosphere. Similarly, the second one is the oxides of nitrogen. Now the oxides of nitrogen that can be adsorbed by silica gel and zeolites. Similarly, the third case, suppose we will take the H2S. So this H2S, this is adsorbed by iron oxide. And the fourth one, that is the organic compounds. Now usually they are adsorbed by activated carbon, aluminium, and silica gel. So the pollutants can be purified. Now the third method is combustion. Usually the most of these gases which are released from the automobiles and industries, they are incompletely oxidized, or you can tell partially they are combusted. So if they will combine with the oxygen and some combusting material, then it can be completely burnt out. That means in this case of a combustion, the pollutant will combine with the atmospheric oxygen plus certain combustion material. So in that case, it will be completely oxidized, and there is no question of any pollutant. So these are for gaseous emissions, these are for particulate matter. Then the third part that we will discuss is the case of automobiles. Usually from the automobiles, the different types of hydrocarbons, oxides of carbon, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and also oxides of nitrogen, they are released. So how they are usually controlled? So for the different types of automobiles, usually the earlier automobiles, there are the two-stroke engine in most of the two-wheelers. So the third point, see automobiles. So for the automobiles, to check pollution, there are different methods. One method is a two-stroke engine replaced by four-stroke engine. This is one of the methods, because four-stroke engines are more efficient. Then the second point is that is multi-point fuel injection, multi-point fuel injection, multiple injection points. And the third point is leaded petrol should be replaced by unleaded petrol. And the fourth point is the most important, use of catalytic converters. This is a very important point. Now usually nowadays in almost all vehicles, the catalytic converters are used. These are costly, but it is very essential from the point of pollution. Usually the catalytic converters, these are platinum, palladium, and also rhodium. When these converters are fitted to engines, either two-wheelers or three-wheelers or four-wheelers, what happens? When the different types of, suppose take the case of hydrocarbons. The hydrocarbons are released from the automobiles. When they will pass through these converters, then it will be converted to carbon dioxide and water. That means the pollutant is now converted to carbon dioxide. The second one, you will take the carbon monoxide. When this carbon monoxide is a pollutant, but when it pass to the converter, it will be converted to carbon dioxide. Similarly, you take the nitrogen oxides, and when they will pass to the converters, they will be converted to the nitrogen. But while using this catalytic converters in different engines, one thing we have to remember, that means unleaded petrol should be used as lead inactivates the catalytic converter. So this is also one of the very important points. So these are the three methods we have discussed, that is the particulate matter, the gaseous emissions from industries, and in case of automobiles, how it can be controlled. Now let us take the case of a case study of Delhi, how it was controlled there. Usually in 1990s, the Delhites, they complained about their irritation in eyes and respiratory problems, because the number of vehicles in Delhi is more than that of the sum of Gujarat and West Bengal. So many vehicles are there. So from all these vehicles, the different exhaust gases which are produced, they cause this irritation and respiratory problems. So ultimately one appeal was filed in Supreme Court. Appeal, that is a public interest litigation. So one appeal, that is a public interest litigation, was filed in the Supreme Court, and ultimately Supreme Court in its judgment directed the government of Delhi to take certain measures within a stipulated period so that the pollution can be controlled. So what are the different advices? Now, number one advice was, that is to convert all public transports to CNG. That means they were using either diesel or petrol, but it should be converted to CNG. CNG is compressed natural gas, and it is fully combusted. That way it doesn't cause pollution. So that is one. The second point is phasing out of old vehicles. The vehicles which are more than 15 years old, usually they cause more pollution. That is why they should be phased out. And the third important point is that is use of unleaded petrol. And the fourth point, compulsory pollution check. Compulsory pollution check of all vehicles. And the fifth point is use of catalytic converters in vehicles. These are the different advices given by Supreme Court. But here one important thing is why more importance was given on CNG. Because in Delhi at present all the vehicles they are almost running through CNG. Because the CNG it is usually cheaper than petrol and diesel. Then the second point is cannot be siphoned by thieves. That is also one of the very important points. And another point is cannot be adulterated, and it burns efficiently. So that is why nowadays this CNG is almost used in most of the important cities of India. So after this, so when these methods were adopted in Delhi, by 2005, the pollution came under control. Though now still it has been increased, but after this, the government of India has certain fuel act, according to which all the engines, whether it is 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler, they have to obey the Euro rules. So what are these Euro rules? Let us discuss. because that is also important from examination point of view. So previously, Government of India was following the Euro 2 norms, but now this Euro 2 norm is known as BS2 norm, BS Bharat Stage 2. So what is this petrol and diesel? What is this? Let us discuss. In case of BS2 stage, Bharat Stage 2, in case of petrol, 150 ppm and here 300 ppm maximum of sulfur should be there. Maximum of sulfur according to BS2, and the hydrocarbon should be less than 42%. The hydrocarbons. So this is the BS2, or you can tell that is also Euro 2. And according to BS4, the 150 was reduced to 50 ppm of sulfur, and this only 35 ppm. While according to BS6, both petrol and diesel, it has been reduced to 10 ppm. And since 2017, Government of India has made it compulsory that all the 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers and 2-wheelers have to obey BS4. That means 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers, 2-wheelers, all of them are now obeying BS4 norms. BS4 norms since 2017 throughout the country. Now this is compulsory. So all other vehicles, they will be out of road. So now you have a very clear-cut idea about the pollution, how it can be controlled and how it was controlled in Delhi, and what are the present norms like what is Euro and BS and what is followed. Now all these things clear. Now let us discuss questions. Questions are always important because all the questions are related to this video only, so that you will be able to answer the question side by side. What are the type of questions also you can know. So one question is in almost all metropolis like Delhi, the major atmospheric pollutants are as well as suspended particulate matter. The second choice, oxides of sulfur. Third choice, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. And the fourth choice is oxides of nitrogen. And this question was asked in AIMS 2008. Now the second question, which of the following is the most efficient device to eliminate particulate matter from industrial emissions. So one choice is pyrolysis, second choice is electrostatic precipitator, the third choice cyclone separators, and the fourth one is trajectory separators. And this question was asked in Kerala PMT 2009. So I hope you have very clear understanding about how the different pollutants and particularly air pollutants can be controlled. So thank you very much for watching the video. Wish you a very bright future. God bless you.